Hello, welcome to my second Week in View video. This is all very much in the experimental stage, so I thought I'd try a slightly different format this week, see how it goes. I'm actually going to try to shorten the video and therefore not go into so much detail on each matter, but at the same time I want to try and cover more matters than I did last time, and perhaps even some non-family law matters. Let's see how it goes. Well, I suppose the biggest family law story of the week was the interview that the President of the Family Division, Sir Mark Potter, gave to the Times. It covered a fair bit of ground. In particular, Sir Mark made comments favouring the allowing of the media into certain family law cases, subject of course to provisions to protect the anonymity of the children, or even indeed the parties, but Sir Mark also covered some other points as well. Interestingly, he said that he doesn't favour making prenuptial agreements binding, but does favour strengthening the authority of such agreements, so that it should usually be decisive where the parties were legally advised at the time, save for a long-stop judicial discretion for the prevention of injustice. All very interesting. He also strongly opposed the government policy of recouping the costs of running the civil and family courts through charging high fees to litigants. Somewhat worryingly, he referred to the dramatic increases in fees for childcare cases, but also anticipated a similar damaging impact in the realm of matrimonial disputes. Well, we'll have to see. Lastly, he said that he supported the reform of the law on cohabitees, saying that the Law Commission had made a totally convincing case for reform, and that he was disappointed, as so many of us family lawyers are, that the government had shelved the Commission's proposals. Well, what's been in the other family law blogs this week? Okay, I'll start with Marilyn Stowe. She's done a couple of her usual extremely high quality posts. One on the issue of conflict of interest, which we all come across from time to time, and another on the thankfully less common issue of what happens when one of the parties dies, something that is likely to happen with all family lawyers at some point in their career, certainly has in mine, and it's useful to bear in mind the points that Marilyn makes. I recommend you have a read of that. Over at Bloody Relations, meanwhile, Jackie Gilliatt has done another post on alcohol misuse, following on from the one I mentioned in last week's programme. Then moving on, Judith Middleton continues to write her lovely quirky posts, picking up on topical matters such as the economic downturn, petrol prices, etc. Always worth having a look at Judith's blog. And then finally Lucy Reed over at Pink Tape has done several posts this week, but I think the most interesting one was about some comments that a social worker made in a case that she was dealing with. Do have a read of that. As usual, the links to these posts are down there somewhere below this video. Right, I'm just going to finish off this video with rapid look at a couple of non-family law blogs. Firstly, the irrepressible Kieron QC, who has done a number of posts this week on the subject of the George Osborne affair. Do have a read of those. Personally, my favourite quote coming out of the whole thing was the quote from Lord Tebbit, who said that if you sleep with dogs then you'll get fleas. Quite. The other non-family law blog I want to mention is Geek Lawyer. What does one say about Geek Lawyer? Well, I'll leave that to you, but he's done a wonderful post this week about the so important subject of wigs and court dress in general. Have a read of the post. My favourite quote from it was where he said that this whole subject is so much more important than justice, defending legal aid or civil liberties. Yes, quite. Okay, there we are. That's the end of this second of my Week in View videos. Hope you found it of interest. Goodbye.